Okay, we are.
Oh, we are live.
Yeah.
Officially live. Like official. All right,
Yes, sir.
guys. We're glad to be live. Once again, my name is Andre,
My name is Sandra.
and we are
Love
Love
Crossing
Crossing
Borders.
Borders. It's kind of funny. I sometimes I'm still battling saying mostly money in
I
my
know.
head.
I know.
All right, guys.
Just
When
get
it
used to it.
I know, right? When it comes to relationships, one of the things that Andrea and I have learned to do that a lot of couples don't do, and what it is shut up when it comes to talking about past
Yeah.
relationships.
Yeah.
We do not bring up the past. We don't talk about the past. But today we're going to talk about the benefits of not bringing up the past in your relationships. It has helped us out tremendously. Now we may talk about a situation or a circumstance in a relationship that may have impacted us
Yeah.
if we're making a point with a story. But for the most part, Andre and I do not bring up the past at all, except for when we initially started dating, and it was for health reasons to make sure that are you healthy? I'm healthy. Let's get our bodies checked out. Let's get
Yeah. That is a big reason. Like, and I think most of the people they don't, or maybe they're afraid to do that. The VH, how do you say? We call VH. How do you say?
disease exam,
The test.
the test. Yeah, get your bodies. Oh yeah. What do you
El
guys say?
examen VIH in
We call
Spanish.
STD. We talking about STD
STD
exams.
test. Yeah. Yeah, and I think most of the people they are really afraid to do that because they never know, right?
That's true. You might find out something that
But and this is scary. I mean, it always is scary, always. But I think you should do that before your relationship
Mhm.
because you never know. Because a short story, like I coming to Andre. Um, long time ago about a couple and she was married with the guy for so many years. They already have a teenage daughter, and then she got pregnant again. And when she was pregnant, while she was pregnant, she got sick, and then she went to the hospital, do tests and everything. They found out that she got VIH or VIH.
HIV.
Yeah, yeah,
Wow.
yeah, and she got the disease, and the baby also got the disease. So she was freaked out. She went to therapies and everything because she was shocked. And obviously in the United States, I think this the made those tests and everything is more deep,
More detail. Yeah.
yeah, compared to Colombia. So they found out that she got that because her husband act like, I don't know where you get that from. Maybe you slept with someone else and everything. And he got the disease for so many years ago. So it was so sad for her. She lost the baby, and that's why they obviously break up. And she lives with her daughter, but it's so complicated for her because her daughter doesn't know yet that she got the disease. The disease, sorry. So it is really complicated.
Yeah. So when it comes to the past,
Mm-hmm.
Andre is absolutely correct. It's wise to bring up the past when it comes to health, but when it comes to just bringing up the past in the name of storytelling, in the name of being vindictive, or using the past against a person, we're going to talk about all that in detail so you guys
Yeah.
will understand where we're coming from. We're going to go to the comments first.
Yeah, Kingdom. Say hello, guys. Hello to you.
Hey, Kingdom.
Steve. Hello, beautiful people. Hello to you.
Oh yeah.
Jason.
In the
That's
building.
smart. Yeah, that's true. It's true. It's scary as hell, but it's no, it's better for real. What's up? What's up to you? And Felicia, hello
Queen
to you.
Felicia in the building. We appreciate you guys. Make sure that you click the like button. The like button invites other individuals into the live stream.
Mhm.
We appreciate you all. We're ready to get started right now with the topic, why we don't talk about the past in our relationships. So we were giving you guys some of the reasons why we talk about the past, and that is for health purposes,
Mm-hmm.
or if we're trying to make a point with a story, we might bring up something of the past. But to speak of the past in details, Andrea doesn't know about most of the relationships that I've been. What up, Curtis? Most of the relationships that I've been in, and I don't know much about most of the relationships that she's been in. It's very, very little vague information that we both have when it comes to our past relationships, and we want it to be like that. Some couples talk too damn much. You're telling too much. You will talk yourself into a good relationship and talk yourself out of a good relationship at the same time. There we go.
There we go.
At the same time. So that's one of the things that you don't want to make the mistake of doing is, I know, you get a pop-up of our own video. Let me take care of that. Bam. And go back to StreamYard. Let me get rid of this too. Yeah, let you go back to StreamYard.
Okay.
There we go.
There we go.
All right, great.
Well.
All right, so the first thing that we do, well, the first reason why we do not bring up the past in our relationship is this. We've seen people use the past or use somebody else's past as a tool to benefit themselves. A lot of times on dates, ladies, us men will sit back and listen to you and use what you just said to our benefits by the end of the night. You like a guy that you'll sit back, you say, yeah, me and my ex used to fly out to so-and-so. Oh, I like to fly too. I used to travel. We've never been there. Right, we're lying. We've never been to Orlando. You say, I used to fly to Orlando all the time and go to Disney. Oh, I used to fly to Orlando all the time too. I love it down there. We're lying. We're just trying to be able to relate to you. So we'll take something from your past that you did with somebody else and use it as a benefit for ourselves. It's not right, but men have a tendency of doing it.
Women too.
Oh, wow.
Women too. When a man say, I like a woman who cooks, or I like a woman to climb the mountains and everything. Yeah, I like to do that too. Or I used to do that too. Women too. We lie too. Just to be nice with you guys. And then when you are in that relationship, oh, fuck it.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah. All of a sudden you find out that this person doesn't cook, this person doesn't clean, this person isn't understanding or cooperative. I see the Wi-Fi, we're freezing really, really bad. Okay, let's getting better. Let me know, guys, if we're freezing too bad, because you know how our Wi-Fi is.
The Wi-Fi is really heavy here. It's kind of complicated here where we are.
Let's change the
change you.
Yeah, let me change it.
You know your computer better than me.
Let's see if we move it over to here. Let's see. There we go.
Okay.
So it should be a lot. It should be a lot better. Better. Let's see.
Okay.
All right, guys.
We got Tracy here.
In the building.
With Jay.
I got your email, Tracy. I'm gonna respond to your email today. Look at Andrea's face.
Okay, cool.
No freezing at all. Okay, is that better? Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay.
Okay, good. All right. So that's the first reason. A lot of times people will use your past as a tool to benefit themselves. Guys will respond and say whatever the good thing that you need to hear based off of what you said. That's why, ladies, we just let you talk. We just let you talk. We let you talk. Because at the end of the day, we, in our minds, in order to get to sex, we're going to mold ourselves into that person that you think that we are, and we're nothing like what you expect us to be. But because you told us about some of the good things in your past relationship, hey, I want to get in good with you. So therefore, I pretend to be that good person or the good parts of your past relationship. Andrea and I don't have that assumption. We have to be who we are.
Yeah, we have to be 100% honest. But this is gonna work. Yeah,
Yeah,
remember
because
that.
at the end of the day, we don't have any assumptions regarding our past relationships to kind of toy with or lean on. Uh, and so therefore we don't have to worry about somebody misleading us or deceiving each other regarding our relationship because we're not using the past as a tool. Another thing that people do when it comes to past relationships, the reason why we do not bring up the past in this household, we both have one, but we don't bring it up, is because we've seen people
Mm-hmm.
in relationships use the past against each other. They have information about that person and they know they can trigger that person with one statement. For example, you're in a relationship with somebody, you get in a disagreement, you get in an argument, and the next thing you know, that person is bringing up your past to your face. You always do this. You did that with the last guy. You did that with the last. You didn't do this for the last guy. They're always bringing up the past to
Mm-hmm.
use it against you. Or you did do something in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you told me that you like to kiss. You talked about how you and your other boyfriends or your ex-boyfriends, I used to kiss all the time, and now you don't kiss. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true.
They
That's
use your
true.
past against you, attack you with
Mm.
your past.
Yeah, that's 100% true. But that's not mature at all.
No, it's
If
not.
you are new in the relationship, just the past is in the past. For me, past is private.
Right.
Or yeah, it's private in some areas, but when it comes to something serious like disease, like in the past, I got herpes,
Mm-hmm.
or I got infection, or I got this or that. I mean, definitely, and that is really affect your health. Talk about it for
Mm-hmm.
real. Talk about it because it that can seriously involve your new partner.
Their health. Yep,
Yeah,
absolutely
that's
correct.
true.
But to take the past as a tool, a weapon to use it against that person, a lot of time, and men and women are famous for doing that,
Hmm.
famous for using the past against each other. I'll give you a perfect example. A friend of mine, he had ended a relationship with his wife. You know, they separated, and so his new wife, he had told stories to the new wife, and so the new wife in his first year, he's building his business, right? And so she was like, well, you used to buy your ex this and buy your ex that, and used to take her here and there. He told her, he said, yeah, I bought her all those material things,
Yeah,
but at the same time, I was cheating on her every chance I got. He said,
yeah,
so you got the choice of me being the new man that I am and be the good man to you, or I could do you exactly like I
the
did
same thing.
her. I can give you all the material stuff you want,
But you
but I'm
got
gonna
the
cheat.
horns,
Right? I got, like you say, the horns.
los cachos.
Right.
I think it's similar like the like some detail that you shared with me about your past with your ex girlfriend, your ex wife, and Andrew comment to me some stuff, some details, and blah blah. But I don't even remember that. I don't even got those like. But Andrea used to do this, and not all. I mean, when we decide, like I said before, for me, past is private. It's like a secret box, right? And just keep it in that box. You don't have to share, or you don't have to bring that to your future or your present. For me, that's my opinion about that. So that's why when it comes to the past, we never had an argument for that,
Mm-hmm.
and not from my side, not from his side. So let the
Yeah.
past in the past.
Now, I like this statement right here that he made. He said, "I want to know all about the past." Okay, escorts, strippers, cam girls, sneaky by, and I can understand that. But
Hmm.
those are the person's career moves. Talking about if I was a ex male stripper, That's important. That's part of the past.
Yeah, those. Yeah.
Right, but those are jobs. Those are vocations.
Mm-hmm.
We even though those vocations come with a negative view that we all have in the world in regards to somebody that was a stripper or an
Mm-hmm.
escort. I agree with you in regards to that. Vocations, we talk about careers.
Yeah.
But so, I would want to know if Andre was back in the day getting a freak on, at the club on camera, having hot girl summers on camera. But so those are vocations. But as far as knowing all the details of a person's past, no, it doesn't. I have yet to see somebody. And can anybody in the comment section let me know outside of health, like disease or anything, and outside of vocation, a person's job in the past, like if they were a stripper or something.
Yeah.
Name one time that, if you can sit back and think about it, that knowing and maybe some psychological stuff to make sure they ain't crazy or domestic violence, but giving details of the past has benefited a couple. I don't know one couple, come to think of it, that has benefited from talking about the details of their past relationships.
Yeah.
If he's into domestic violence and hitting on women, that truth is going to come out anyway.
Yeah.
So you can talk about, my bad, you could talk about the past regarding, are you crazy? I'm with you on that. Have you been in any violence?
Or in jail?
In jail? Have you been on drugs? Things like that. Yes, you can talk about the past, but as far as talk about past relationships that in a way that it doesn't benefit you and you're going to use it as a tool to help yourself or to hurt that other person, Andre and I don't do that. We really, really don't bring up the past.
No, because when it comes to the stripper and being escort, prostitute in the past, or jail, all of that is gonna come to the
light.
Come to the light. Yeah, that's true. Always. You can hide it, but always. So
somehow, someday, some way,
or internet or something.
I know, and of course we want to know stuff early. Like if you was a stripper, I would want to know early. Like, what was you doing back then? Well, they used to call me Candy.
Your voice.
They used to call me Candy Girl. What?
No, that's never gonna happen.
Never. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, you definitely want to make sure that you only use or take advantage of basic information. Because a lot of times people ask, like, how do y'all, we have our agreements and disagreements, don't get me wrong. But a lot of times people say, man, how do you guys keep everything fresh and keep everything going? Because we're building our own story. We're going to get to that one. We're building our own story. We don't have preconceived ideas. I don't have any really true preconceived ideas about how Andrea is or isn't in a relationship. I'm learning on the go. I'm building the airplane on the way down. And it's the same thing for Andrea for the most part. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm disagree, bro. You don't want to get married and then 5 years later see that she was on the X.
I know that she was a star.
X videos.
On X. Absolutely.
Yeah,
correct.
exactly. No, like it was. I mean, okay. Let's be clear. When it comes to important stuff, like you said, the X video or something, or used to record, say we ex-boyfriend or something, it's always going to come to the light. Always going to be in the present and in the future. So those type of things, yeah, absolutely correct.
Right.
Absolutely correct. And you can hide that. You can hide that forever. No.
Right. So we agree with you guys 100%. There are certain things about the past you definitely want to know, especially when it comes to those people that worked in certain vocations that you may not agree with. It's the same thing that ladies may do. Some of you guys out there, you might be in your past an ex-drug dealer. You might be an ex-thug from the streets. And some ladies like, listen, I'm glad that you don't sell drugs or shoot at people or rob people anymore. That's good. But I don't date guys that used to do that because I don't know who might be looking for you. You know, I'm not trying to be in your car and some dude shooting at you because of what happened in the past. So the ladies are like, listen, if you was a drug dealer or a thug or used to break in people's houses back in the day, or used to be a gang member, and you know, blood in, blood out type of thing, and you, even though you wear suits now, you still technically part of the gang. A woman wants, you know, to know that, you know, that you was a crazy dude back in the day, or wild child back in the day. So there are things about us that Andrea will want to know. There's some things about me that Andrea knows, but these are tools to help build the relationship and not talking about things that'll hurt us.
No. I know. Like, for example, with Andre, I know some of some details about his life, just some. Remember that Andre is older than me, so Andre has like more years, more years. He got more experience and everything. So certain things that he shared with me, but the rest just keep it. And I say the same thing, just keep it. I don't want to know.
Right.
For real.
Right.
I mean, for real. And if it's for some reason I know, I'm like, well, that's the past. I mean, I can't do anything about it. I can. You can do anything with the past.
Right. It's
You can back the time. You can do anything.
Nothing. You can't have that person. If you love me, go back and change your past. You can't. What can you do? The most you can do is either walk away from the situation, like if you find out that that person is a stripper or was a stripper in the past. They're going to school. She was a stripper in her 20s, and you both are in your 40s. You can either stay with her or you can either leave her. That's the most that you can do. Yeah. And same thing with you guys. You may have been like me, wild as hell when you were young, but now you're an older gentleman. I know, right? I'm acting all brand new. We talked about this, and so, but you've grown older. You're mature as a man. You're nothing like you were in your early 20s, late teens. And so, even though you bring that part of the past up periodically, it's not something that haunts you because that was 30 years later or 20 years later. So it depends on the time period in which you want to talk about that past. Because if you were a bad person or a person that didn't work well in relationships 2 years ago, yes, that person wants to know that. But if it was something from 20 years ago, what am I talking about?
What are you gonna do with 20 years ago? I mean, 20 years ago I was a kid. So what's the point?
Well, let's even go 3 years. 3 years before we even met. For the most part,
I was in kindergarten.
It was a shorty. Oh, we did one time. We did live stream. We just like talking about the difference in age. When I was in my 20s and she was in a cradle. You know,
you were 20. My mom was 17. I was
even 6. That's crazy. That's crazy. So we got a big age gap. Yeah, we got an age gap. We're a strict U.S. taboo. They have us on a talk show all day long talking about hey guys, you want to be on our talk show? Couples separated by generation. How do they make it?
Wow.
Tell us how you guys do it.
Okay, Jason said the only time it benefit me was when my ex told me she was virgin at the age of 19. To be honest, I was shocked.
Right. So little things like that. Now you see how this person was expressing something about themselves without bringing up other people. That's what Andre and I are talking about. You can tell a story about yourself without having to necessarily bring up details of, like, I can't give you any physical descriptions of anybody that was an ex of Andre's. I don't know if they were tall, short. I don't know if the only thing I can sit back and say, well, I know Andrea likes taller guys, so I can assume. I know that she likes brothers, so I can assume.
Yeah, but just keep it assumed.
Right, I can assume. But other than that, I have in my mind no physical descriptions. I haven't seen any photos. I haven't seen, it's just we don't cross that bridge because what purpose does it help in our relationship for me to know or see pictures of her and her ex? What benefits do those photos benefit me? Well, if she's sneaking around, I want to know if it's with one of her exes. If she's sneaking around, you just in trouble anyway. So it's the same thing for you ladies. If the guy is sneaking around, it wouldn't matter if it's with the ex or a brand new person. They're sneaking around. You need to address that no matter who it is.
I can think of a reason, perhaps family relationships. The comments here.
I can't think of a reason. Perhaps family relationships. Yeah. At the end of the day, even then, bringing up family dynamics in regards to family relationships. Yeah, like how's your relationship with your family, Andre? How's your relationship with your family, Andrea? That's important.
Yeah,
that's very important.
Yeah,
but as far as bringing up details about what the person looked like, when I remember one time I was with my ex and we went. Now people do. I remember one time I was with my ex. We went out to dinner. He forgot his wallet, and I had to pay for dinner. And so, for me to tell that type of story, or Andre to tell that type of story, I'm looking like, are you still bitter about your past? What's going on?
Stop bitching.
Right. Or some people keep bringing up the past, and they get on your nerve because they keep talking about their ex-girlfriend.
Oh, that's so terrifying.
You see what I'm saying?
So horrible. I know.
Over and over, and you like, is he still in love with his ex-girlfriend? Because they keep talking about her. So if you can't let go of certain areas of the past, what's up, Terry in the building? Are you over your ex? That's another sign. Are you really over your ex? Are you really over that person that you said that, I'm no longer interested in them, I'm interested in you, but you keep talking about them.
Yeah.
But one of the signs that showcase that you're over that person is you don't have to bring them up anymore.
Exactly. Which case, plus God say. Kevin Samuel said is the best woman when a man with the future, and men want the woman without a past.
Right.
We'll say it. That's completely true. That's completely true.
A man's got to have a future. That's one thing that's with Andrea. That's probably one of the most important concepts or things that she looks at for me is, okay, what direction can you take our relationship? What direction can you take a family? Can you take a family in a direction? Can you take, because it's one thing that to be man enough to take yourself in a positive direction.
Who is shut up here? My auntie, and I bet she is watching this live stream with my mom. I swear for God.
Probably.
Yeah, probably no. They watching together.
All right. And so, but some dudes, as a single person, you do great. You taking on the world. As soon as you get in a relationship, some guys are irresponsible. They just don't know how to handle thinking it ain't all about. Let's put it like this. Some dudes don't know how to get to the point where it ain't all about you. You know how ladies, you say that sometimes to us, it's not all about you when you're a couple. Some guys they're good as a couple, but they aren't good as in a family unit. When it comes to, okay, now we got kids, but now he irritated. Now he got an attitude about everything. Now his wife ain't as beautiful no more, or the kids get on his last nerve. They're kids. Your job, Andre, is to take the family in a safe direction. My job is to be the provider, the protector, the gardener of the household, the family. I'm the husband. The word husband in its original language means gardener. For you guys that don't know what that means, when I put this ring on, I decided to be the gardener of our relationship. The word wife in its original language means to be life. So she's the soil and she's the sunlight that bring forth the life of the seed of whatever we plant in our life. Like we plant our business, like we plant our household. Most of what's in our household, Andrea picked out. She's the sunlight and she's the soil at the same time in the relationship. She's the life. I'm the gardener. That's my job. Keep the weeds out. Make sure that the plants are taken care of. Make sure there's no rabbits coming up, popping up everywhere. That's my job, the gardener. At the end of the day, some dudes don't know how to be a gardener.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why you need to just focus on. In other words, the reason why I brought all that up is Andrea spends more time focusing on if Andre's a good gardener than wasting her energy focusing on Andre's past. Because Andre's past is past.
It's past.
And it's the same thing with me with Andrea. I focus more on Andrea being the life of our relationship and the life of our future than focusing on, I wonder if she was with this dude, or how many American dudes she dated, or when she was this age, or that. That doesn't help me as much as her being the life of a relationship or the life of a family helps me.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Let me say sometimes too much honestly can be harmful. What if she tells you about her time during a spring break with all the star weekend reminds me of Dave Chappelle's kite.
Skip,
A
right,
skip. Sorry.
right, absolutely correct. Those moments,
What does that mean?
that means your wild child days. When you like, me and my girls, we went to Cartagena and we went buck wild. I met about 5 dudes. I'm just telling you, I was on sometimes.
What you shared?
Yeah, I've shared some stories with her. She's like, but there are some stories, but none of them have sexual connotation. They're like wild stories, like, you know, me and my boys, because I used to ride bikes, motorcycles. And so me in the bike club. So I said one time, me and my boys, we went out, we got drunk, and I did those type of stories I might tell every blue moon. But as far as like what happened behind closed doors type of stories,
Yeah,
no,
I don't want to know.
neither one of us will know.
I don't want to change the image that I have.
Right. We don't want to know.
Yeah.
We really don't. We really don't want to know the details of each other's intimacy.
Oh, my mom is here.
Uh-oh.
Mom is here. They're watching the Colombia soccer game. Colombia's winning right now.
Ole, ole, ole.
We Ecuador, so that's good.
Oh yeah, go ahead, be Ecuador. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, they're playing the new soccer game.
Oh man. Okay. So the next one in regards to why we do not bring up the past in our relationship is because most people can't handle the past.
Yeah.
They can't. When you tell a story to some people, they can't handle it. They don't want to hear the don't tell me. Oh my God. Why did you ask?
like in a serious say, if you ask me, I'm going to respond. So don't ask me shit. And the guy asked, okay, yeah, I fucked him. You want to ask? You want to know? Okay, I'm gonna give you an answer. So that's the thing. Do not ask the stupid things and I mean,
don't ask stuff that you don't want to know the answer to.
Exactly.
Do not ask stuff that you do not want to know the answer to. And I'm gonna tell you who's famous for that. I know women do it. Men are notorious for asking questions. We can't handle the truth sometimes. You want the truth, you can't handle the truth. Because we'll sit back and ask a female, go ahead, tell me. Go ahead, tell me. Go ahead. What's your body count? How many dudes you been with? What's your body count? How many dudes you been with? You know deep down inside, you can't handle the truth. So stop asking that woman about her body count. It doesn't have anything to do with the fact that she's with you. Like I said, if it's like her vocation or her job, like you said, if she was an ex-stripper or escort girl, or she was on Pornhub, or if she was, you see what I'm saying? If she was doing all the wild stuff, okay, cool. Let's talk about the past, because that was jobs. But if you just sit up there trying to find out what that person's body count is, I have never seen a relationship. Can anybody tell me this? I'm gonna let you speak. Have you ever seen anybody relationship grow when they found out what the other person's body count was? Have you ever seen a dude just fall in love? Oh my God, I love you, because the woman had been with 10 or 12 dudes or 15 dudes or 30 dudes. All of a sudden he's in love. I've never seen that. I've never seen a woman say, you know what? I love my man. Why? Because he was with 50 women. The body count does not help. So why are we asking each other questions that doesn't benefit us in the end? What are you about to
That's
say?
true, but let me tell you this: women lied about that
Of course, women.
always.
Oh yeah.
So
That's another
she
reason I
said,
don't ask.
she said, to my ass.
Too many.
So, oh, that was a smart move. That was
Too damn many, girl. That's how many you been with. How many you been with? Too many. Too much.
okay. Chris said this topic is true. Somehow I know. Without asking, my ex had sex on the living room floor all the time with her ex. She tried to play it off as beginning funny, but really was a form of disrespect.
Yes, it was. That's a good one.
Is really disrespectful. And I understand exactly what you said.
Especially glamorizing intimate moments with the new person. Yeah, me and so we used to do this.
You guys could be like this. As soon as you say, but my ex and I, we used to do it in the living room,
Right.
man down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely correct.
That's not
Because
hot. That's not attractive. Mm-mm.
not at all. Because now you feel like you're competing. So am I competing with the past? So do I have to be on the living room floor like you and your ex used to be?
Yeah.
What are you saying? Because a lot of times people glorify their past. Like my ex-girlfriend, she used to this, that, and this. So now the new person is like, so you expect me to do what your ex-girlfriend did, or can I just be myself? But when you don't bring up the past,
Yeah.
yeah, for real.
Oh, Marshawn is here. I want to know everything. I got my calculator too. No, I don't want to know. I don't want to be traumatized. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't want to know either. I kid you not. I do not need body count has never benefited anybody. And nobody has yet to put in the comment section, do you know anybody, including yourself, that have benefited from body count? Knowing that person, how many person that person been with, has anybody in the comment section? We all adults now, so we've been in enough relationships to where we can say yes or no. And I don't know one couple that is benefited
in real life
that has benefited them to know each other's body count, to know about certain situations or circumstances for safety, like domestic violence or diseases, or like y'all said, what type of job she or he had in the past. Those are important. But body count, why are we asking body count? And we're all adults. Do you actually think at this stage and age of life that we're all walking around innocent at this stage, as freaky as the world is today? No, we aren't. So stop asking about body counts, especially as men. We do not want to know the truth. And that's why women lie.
Yeah, that's true.
Women lie about body counts simply because they know that you can't handle the truth. She can't tell you about hot girl summer when she was with 5 dudes in 4 days. She can't tell you that. You can't handle that truth, right?
Yes.
She can't tell you about when she took her hot tail to Cartagena, her and her girlfriends, and they met some guys, and all of a sudden it was a threesome night. I never did anything like that. 3 and me and 2 dudes. I'm not that type of girl.
Like for example, like the threesome example, like, and now Bay had married, right? Bay, how about we do a threesome? What? Why you said you got a threesome in the past? Why we can't have a threesome right now?
Good point.
Yeah.
Good point. People use your past as a tool for their benefits.
Yeah. Okay. No, they're talking.
Okay.
Okay. Next point.
Next point is the reason why we do not bring up the past in our relationship and what has helped us keep it going strong is because most of the past cannot help you in the present anyway. No. Most of what you will find out about a person's past, it won't help you in your present situation anyway. When was the last time you saw the past help pay for bills? It don't. Has the past ever put food on the table?
No, baby, no.
What about future savings? Because you knew about the past, all of a sudden your bank account increased. Never.
No.
Did finding out the past all of a sudden make you fall in love with that person a lot more than what you were before? Probably not. My point is sometimes the past needs to stay where it is.
That what you call
In the past.
pasado,
Yeah.
pasado. Please. Yeah.
Most of what you'll find out is a little bit about the past that can help you, but most of it that you will be asking about and find body counts and where, when, how was y'all having sex? So tell me about you and your dudes are famous for this one, or even women. So tell me about you and your ex. If they were so great, they wouldn't be called ex right now. And even when I see somebody get, now me statistically, I always say this, X means next. It means it didn't work out with us, cool, next in line, next level of life, let me move on. Because the only time I don't worry about exes, because exes only do one thing, and I noticed this with all my friends. Even if a person, let's say Andrea and I didn't work out, and she went back to an ex, most of the time, exes only remind you why you left them anyway in the first place. It'll be good maybe the first week, first month, but all of a sudden you start to realizing this is why I left their ass for the first time. It's rare that you see exes stay together, like stay together. Every once in a while, yeah, it works out like that. But for the most part, exes only come together maybe for some intimate moments. And then after a few days, realize, now I see why I left your ass the first. Now I get it. I remember I prayed to Jesus and I said, Jesus, if you get me out this relationship with Andrea, I promise I'll be good and I'll never go back. And I come back to Andrea and she reminds me why we didn't work out. And now we got to break up again. So most exes are not a threat to me because at the end of the day, they're only going to remind the person of why you broke up with them anyway.
Say, I'm sorry, my brother, but I need to know the body count.
Why? Why? Nobody's giving me an answer.
No, the thing is, always gonna lie about that. All women always lie. I don't know, the girls that they are here, maybe they got different opinion besides me, but I think all women lied about it. Yeah. So if you ask 4, okay, you got in your mind 4, but the real
14,
number
44
400
404.
So yeah, always gonna be a lie. So for real, it's not necessary to know that, but that's what you want to know. Okay,
if you want to know a lie, because that's all you right. You just made a great point. If you know that 9 times out of 10, most women are not going to tell you the real body count, why the hell you asking anyway? I want to know. All you're going to get is a lie. You know that you're going to get a lie. I want to see if she's going to be honest. She ain't. She not, because you can't handle the truth. Most men cannot handle the truth of a woman's body count. And if you say that you can, you lying. And women know that y'all lying. And they know that you would use their past against them. So that's why women lie. I've only been with 4 people.
Yeah. Jason said, well, I did have to say it helped me get closer to a person.
Well, I do have to say it helped me get closer to a person. It had, knowing the body count was one of the reasons why you got closer to that person.
I multiply by 10 whatever number they give me.
It was only 33.
Yeah, you guys. I mean, for real, it's like get you mind crazy. So that's why.
Yeah. We don't. I don't. Dude, we don't play that body count game in our household. And a lot of times people bring up that past the body counts. A lot they bragging. And nobody wants to be in a relationship with somebody that's bragging about the past. Yeah, my body count, girl, you don't want to know my body count. I'm do it like that. Nobody wants to hear that. not in a real relationship. If y'all playing around dating, okay, cool. Y'all can have your fun revealing all you want. But at the end of the day, if you're in a serious relationship, you talking about getting married, no woman wants to be with a man that brags about his past.
Mm-hmm.
No man wants to be with a woman that's constantly bringing up her past. My boyfriend used to do this. My ex used to do that. I remember one time my ex, nobody wants to hear that. You guys say you want to hear it. You ain't trying to hear that on a regular basis. You ain't trying to hear her bringing up Kevin and Keith, and she forgot to tell you about Tyrone and Woodrow and all the rest of them dudes that she even forgot about. There are women out there that got bodies that they forgot about because they were probably drunk on Hot Girl Summer.
It's the same, you guys.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Forgot this. Oh my lord.
Sorry, but yeah.
Yeah.
And so, no use of telling some stories or bringing up the past in regards to bragging, knowing that it doesn't help the relationship in the long run. Everything that Andrea and I do, we do it in regards to how is this going to help or impact our relationship. And if it's not going to help, we're not doing it. We're not doing it just because we see everybody else do it. Well, everybody else talks about the past. Well, we decided, you know what, in this relationship, let's see what it's like to not talk about the past. We've seen and experienced with everybody else what it's like to talk about the past. So we wanted to know what it was like to not talk about the past.
Mm-hmm. Daughter say, hell no, we can handle the truth. The least she can do is move to another area.
That's it. She moving on. She used to be a wild child on one side of the city. She moved on to another city or another state.
Let's be honest, after 30 years old, can anyone keep up with the body count?
Right.
She's not going to tell you her body count. Like J. Cole say, if said she only slept with 4 or 5 dudes, you gotta multiply by 3.
Absolutely.
The rule of 3.
That's right.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Right.
You guys should have way too more subscribers.
Actually, with this channel, as fast as it's growing, because this channel is our second to third channel.
Mm-hmm.
So this channel has it'll be monetized at the end of the month. We probably have this channel maybe 4 months at the most. So to be monetized in 4 months, that's like really, really fast. Our subscribers,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they say the average YouTuber takes a year and a half to get 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours. We'll have all that within 4 months. So statistically, we're doing pretty good. But as far as appreciating what you said, we would have more subscribers. You're absolutely correct. That's right, brother.
Yeah. Let me say, I don't want to know her body count. I want to know how often does she do her Kegel exercise. What's that?
That's what that is. How often do you get it right? Right, absolutely correct. Those are the things that are important, man. Absolutely correct. I don't care nothing. Some stuff I don't care nothing about because it couldn't benefit me at all. At all. Can't benefit me at all. And I'm not trying to hear horror stories. You know how sometimes women like, y'all like to share your stories. And some, my ex, he did this. My ex, he did that. My child's father is this. My child's father, we ain't trying to hear all that. That was your past. That's why he the ex. We ain't trying to hear all that. Same thing for ladies. I know y'all ain't trying to hear all the complaints we have about the past. Because sometimes it's not even about the good things about the past people talk too much about. Sometimes they talk too much about the bad parts.
Mm-hmm.
My ex couldn't cook and she couldn't do this. And she complained about everything. And she got on my last nerve when she kept asking me for money. And blah, blah, blah. And you looking at the dude like, dude, hey, dude, okay, that was your ex. Why you keep talking about your dang ex?
I heard about this channel from you, other channel. You should cross the channel, promote more often.
Cool. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I'll actually do, you know what? I'll actually do that this up and coming week. I will cross promote the other channels.
Okay, to be honest, grow up because everyone have has a past, and the focus should be on the future. That's what I said at the beginning. That's immature when you start bitching male and females
Mhm.
about the past and your ex-girlfriend and your ex-boyfriend and all of that. Just like I said, past is a secret, or it should be in a secret box, and don't remove the past. Why?
That's it. She's
Why,
absolutely
why,
correct.
why? Okay, we got that. Okay, the past is in the past, and we all have a skeleton
Skeletons. Yeah.
in the
In the
closet. Some
closet.
things should be left in the past.
Absolutely correct. Some of us got graveyards full of bones in the past. Let it go. Let it go. You need to come into your. And then another thing about not bringing up the past, it's for some people is healing. It's healing not to rehash and keep bringing up stuff from the past, especially if the past or your ex relationship it ended up in a bad way or it was a bad relationship. You don't you want to feel good about the fact that that person wants to get to know you, and you don't have to keep talking about that bad ex relationship that you had, because that person, each person that you talk to or try to get to know, they're bringing up that past, and so you got to talk about this story again. This domestic, let's say it was domestic violence, and that person was very violent. You don't want to keep rehashing and keep bringing that up, and you like, you know what? I had a past. It didn't work out in the relationship, so forth and so forth. You move on. If the lady wants to move on, let her move on. Don't talk. Don't harp on. Well, why don't you tell me about this? Or why don't you tell me about that? What does it help?
What's your main channel?
Uh, mostly money.
Mostly money.
Mostly money. Mostly money is our main channel. But then all of our channels are our main channel. These are our kids, so we put too many hours
But
like babies.
mostly money is the older one.
Yes, mostly money is
This is in the middle one, and Andrea
Mhm.
Wallace TV is the baby.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah, and we put in those hours, definitely.
One question. I might ask a woman is how was her last breakup? Was it civil or toxic? What do you
True.
think?
If we're talking about not bringing up the past,
No.
you can't talk about the breakup without talking about. You can give past stories, like I was with my ex. It didn't work out. It was a harsh breakup, and uh, I learned a lot from it. You can give examples like that. But to
Yeah.
sit back and say, we got to fight. It was, I had to give restraining orders on that dude and blah, 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 blah. He was crazy. His mama kept calling me. I don't need to know all that. I don't need to know all that. You can tell me in a way like, I had a rough breakup. It didn't work out. And, I was able to finally move on. He was able to finally move on. And now I'm with you and I'm interested in you.
Mm-hmm.
You see how I did that? I didn't give all the details. I just said that it was a hard breakup. And
Yeah. For example, like Andrew, first marriage, that he said, my marriage, we break up for this because this, I used to be like this, and now I'm different, and those type of things. Okay, cool. You just as a wife, you just listen, say, and understand his point, and okay, but like I constantly ask him about his fair marriage. No, I never.
no,
Since we were
not
met,
one time.
never, no one
Anything
time.
that I've ever shared with Andrea about, because a lot of guys don't realize I was a stepdad for 14 years. I was married for 14 years. It wasn't a toxic situation. It wasn't a bad situation. It was just two adults sat down at the kitchen table, literally, and we discussed that it wasn't working. And and we're cool to this day. We're not buddies, but we're actually really cool to this day because we separated at a time period when nobody was bitter and angry, and we realized as adults that it wasn't working out. Good person. But as far as talking about details every day or bringing up the past about the marriage and how it is to be a stepfather and all that, I don't bring that up. I don't bring that up. So now, as far as now think about it. I didn't bring up the person's name. She doesn't know. I don't think I've ever shown her a picture of my ex.
No, and it's not necessary.
Right. I've never showed a picture of my ex. I've never showed her the stepkids. We really don't bring the topic up too much, except for in the sense of, like I said, was I domestic violent or was I crazy in the relationship? Was the person crazy? Those type of, and like I said, I just told you guys, it was a civil good situation. This was two people that just grew apart type of thing. And so we don't harp on situations. I don't talk about, well, my ex did this or you did that, or what about your ex? And I would really like to know what for. It has no purpose. And then Andrea, my purpose for telling her the little that I have revealed is just like Andrea said. I reveal it to showcase the metamorphosis of Andre, the new Andre compared to the old Andre in relationships or in that relationship. So I tell that small segment as a testimony of evolution. But other than that, I don't talk about the past. I don't care nothing about the past. The past is past. I don't care anything about Andrea's past except for the evolution of Andrea. What type of new person Andrea has become since that moment.
Yeah, that's true. Mashan say, I can stand when they talk about their ex. I tell them to save that talk for their girlfriends.
Yeah, that's another thing about talking about the past. Sometimes women will talk to you and they love you, but sometimes your woman will talk to you like you their girlfriend. And you're like, oh, pause. Babe, I love you, but I'm your man, not your girlfriend. I'm not trying to hear all that. TMI, too much information.
You're killing the game. 100,000 subscribers
over there. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. That's we're appreciative to all you guys.
We're in Colombia.
Yeah,
we're in Colombia right now. And the plaque is in the studio. So when I'm recording for Mostly Money, you can see the plaque in the background.
Yeah, 100.
Because here we don't have it's hard to put it right here. So it's better in the studio. Okay, right. Baby.
Next one is next reason why we do not bring up the past for the most part in our relationship and how it's benefited us. Shout out from Detroit, my home city. Yeah, without a doubt,
Sylvia.
Glad you made it home, girl. I'm East Side, just in case you were wondering. Let me know what side of town that you're from in Detroit. East Side, West Side, South Side, North Side. Let me know what side of town that you're coming from. Are you from Finkel, Grand River, Mac, Alta Road? Let me know what side of town you're coming from. But the last reason, or one of the reasons that we don't bring up the past in our relationship is because we are trying to build our own story. Andre and I, on purpose, are trying to write our own book, our own story together, our own book that nobody can sit back and say that they have their fingerprints of their story in our book. If you open up the book of Love Crossing Borders, if you guys go back to Mostly Money, and you go back to the original 100 to 200 videos, you've actually watched the evolution, because Marshawn can attest to this because he's one of our first subscribers. We drop videos every day on that channel. We're going to go back to doing that here. And you see the evolution of our relationship as it grows, as it progresses. We've written our own story. We didn't come in with preconceived notions about what Andrea's past was or what my past is, or we didn't have, nobody else can say that their fingerprints entered into our minds to cause us to be who we are. Everything that has to do with Andre and Andrea, East Side, there we go, home girl, there we go. And so everything that has to do with Andre and Andrea evolves around. I got aftertaste that I
What?
cannot get rid of.
What?
Evolve. You know how you have an aftertaste. I need a piece of gum or something.
We don't have gum here. I put it in the car.
She put everything in the car. I can't get nothing around here now. Where are the Tic
Oh.
Tacs in the car? So which is
We need to
cool.
get more tomorrow.
I know, right? And so, okay, I'm gonna get something, but I'm gonna finish my point, guys. But I'm gonna go to the refrigerator after. We are building our own story, our own journey. When you guys watch episodes of Love Crossing Borders TV, you are actually seeing who we are in real life. People meet us and they're like, that's who they are. It wasn't a different couple. It wasn't like Andre wasn't holding Andre's hand and he was looking at her all crazy, or he was walking so far ahead of her as if they weren't together, and none of that. Or I caught Andre looking at all the ladies while Andrea was shopping. None of that. I noticed women. I'm in Colombia, but as far as the couple who we are, we're actually writing our own story, and we don't want to use the past. We don't want the fingerprints of the past to enter into our story at all.
Okay, you want a grape juice or something?
That's what
Okay, let me grab.
Okay. And so at the end of the day, guys, you definitely want to make sure that you are building your own story. You want to make sure that you are telling your own tale and not having the fingerprints of somebody else into your situation. I'll give you a perfect example. There are certain ladies, we're going to talk about this situation, domestic violence. Some women go from one bad guy to the next bad guy to the next bad guy, right? And the one who she was just with was not the first guy to put her through domestic violence. She finally broke that cycle, and she's with you. I mean, or ladies, you with the new dude, and you're happy, you're at peace. But to sit back and constantly bring up what was happening to you in the past, that's not going to help your new relationship. And it's not going to help you psychologically. You know, you've already gone to your counseling, you've already gone and gotten help for that. Thank you, babe.
You're welcome.
That's good. That is good. And so at the end of the day, you do not want to be that couple or that individual that the fingerprints of your past is all over your new relationship. Same thing with you guys. You sit back and you were traumatized by your ex. She cheated on you. Heifer. Cheated on a good man like me. And the next thing you know, you're bitter and you're jaded. And the new woman has to put up, if she wants to date you, she's got to date a jaded dude. Dude, get counseling, get help, get over your past. And when you're finally over your past, showcase to the new person who you become. So the fingerprints of your jadedness because of what the last person did is not, does not impact you. And not leaving fingerprints all over your relationship. I was watching on they have a show called Ready to Love. Some of you guys may know this show on Oprah Winfrey on. And I was watching the episode, you know, that black show with Dating I'll be watching sometime. And one guy, when they first met, this one couple, everybody from episode one, everybody like, oh, they're gonna win. They both love God, they both are focused, they both are just beautiful people. They're gonna win. First episode, everybody was betting on them, right? Come to find out that this dude was so jaded by his past relationships that he could not see the person that was in front of him at all. He ended up leaving the show because he was so hurt by his past and had never gotten counseling and never gotten help for his past. And so the lady who he was interested in, they introduced her to somebody else. But the fingerprints of other people all over your relationship, you don't want that. So that's why Andre and I purposely. And I'm going to say that again. We do it on purpose. We do not bring up the past because we are building our own story.
Yeah, that's true. Should woman and men ask their partner if they have been in the same sex encounter?
Does that have to do with anything? Have you slept with a girl before?
No.
That's what they're asking. Like,
Oh, okay.
or have I slept with a guy before?
That would be so nasty.
That would be crazy, right?
I mean, let me say I'm homophobia, okay? But this is my husband.
Right.
So-
See, now I got to pause because I even let something like that even come out my mouth, and I was like throw up in the back of my throat, right?
Yeah.
No offense to guys that are of homosexual connotation. I'm saying that it just not right. Okay. But let me answer that one real quick, babe. Does it benefit the relationship for you to know that?
I mean, if they have an open relationship.
That's true. But if the person was with a girl one night in college or one night when she was at spring break or when she was at NBA All-Star game weekend and she was drunk and she was like, you know, what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, and she has a Vegas moment. What is that going to benefit me knowing that?
Yeah.
Other than probably you like, so maybe we can have a threesome one day.
Yeah.
Remember I said people want to use your past as a tool for their benefit.
Yeah.
So they may want to use that like, oh, you was with a girl when you was in college. Why don't you want to be with a woman now? They're trying to use your past as a benefit. So what benefit other than using that person's past against them does that help you knowing that if she was with a girl or not?
Yeah. That's it. What do you love about Colombia over America? Huh?
Well, let's get started. Let me sit up.
Let me lay down.
Okay. Let's just talk about something simple. Just one thing, because there's a list. I already did a video of the top 10 things that you won't miss about the United States. You'll find it in this live. You'll find it in this channel, and you'll find it on Mostly Money. 10 things that I do not miss about the United States, and I'm going to do 10 things about things I miss about the United States. But the one thing that I can say, you guys notice this grape juice? Remember I said, I got something, I got an aftertaste, blah, blah, blah. And then I was like, I'm going to go get some. You notice how easily Andrea say, oh, you want some grape juice? She got up, lovingly, got some grape juice for her man, came back, gave me the juice and sat back down. Now, in the States, no offense, ladies, y'all would look at that like he could got his own juice. He could have right? I could have. But Andrea and I look at communication is very important to us. We talked about this in the live stream last time. Whenever Andrea does that, that's communicating to me the love that she has for me. That's communication to us. It's not a drink. It's not her goal. It's Andrea talking to me without using words. It's hard to find somebody that can talk to you in the States without using words. That's one thing that I do miss, that I don't miss about the States, is that, and that I love about Colombia, for Colombian culture or Latin culture for the most part, the fact that they know how to use emotional intelligence. They know how to be caring and supportive and do little things. It's the little things. It's not about, okay, Colombia's like, hey, we ain't got all the money, but if the little thing I can do to show you love, here you go. That's one of the things that I do really appreciate about Colombia, is that it's the little things. And women get treated the same way here as well. It's the little things that women love coming from the States. They love about Latin women. That's why you always got your butt in DR messing with the Latin brothers, or you got your butt in Colombia or Brazil messing with the Latin brothers, because at the end of the day, it's that little thing. You may call them Latin lovers, the romantic one. It's the little things that they do, that little communication that cause women to get on a plane and fly to another location.
Okay, how long have you lived in Colombia, and what made you relocate there?
Okay, before meeting Andrea, I was always a traveler, always one of the few black men that actually have a passport and use it. So I was traveling some of everywhere. And so when I came to Colombia, I really fell in love with the country. And I've been living here for 3 years in Cali, Colombia. I've been coming here off and on for about 4 or 5 years. But at the end of the day, I ended up deciding on moving to Colombia because I was going to move to Medellin and be settled there. But then when I found out about Cali, that a lot of the bang for my buck that I was getting in Medellin, I could get in Cali also. And Cali is 40% less the cost of living than Medellin, Colombia. And at that time period, Cali, Colombia ranked in the top 3 places to relocate and on Forbes for 3 years straight. For 3 years straight, Forbes magazine had Cali, Colombia as the #1 or the #2 or the #3 spot to retire in the world. And so I was like, okay, this one of the top spots to retire. And plus, at that time period, I'm gonna tell you guys something. There are beautiful women all over Colombia. But if you like them thick, and if you like beautiful faces, Cali, Colombia is that spot. If you want that small waist, pretty face, and them curves that work your nerves, the thighs, the women here look like they played sports, like they all ran track. See what I'm saying? They got the thighs, man, for you. And so at the end of the day, you know, putting all of it together, cost of living, then I met Andrea. And so she showed me the history of Colombia as well as history of Cali. So that kind of sold me on the idea of not only that I was right about moving to Colombia or thinking about moving to Colombia, but my decision to move to Cali was a good decision. And then, because we started, a lot of people don't realize, me and Andre were just friends for months. We just cool friends. It wasn't like I met her, we go hook up. We basically started off as friends. And true, most of them is because she just wanted to stay friends in the beginning. But you know, I already knew, you know, your boy already knew what was going to take place. I wouldn't worry about that. But at the end of the day, I'm kind of glad we kind of start off on the friend side, because now we can communicate as a couple and we can communicate as friends.
Mm-hmm. Andrea and Andrea, with that said, if you know any good females like Andrea that is attractive about those little things, keep a brother in mind. My passport came yesterday, so I'll be there soon.
That is great to know, man. Congratulations on getting your passport. I know when I got I'll put it back in the room. When I first got my passport, it was like treasure gold. It was precious, my precious.
And it's still.
It got little tears on the side, or you know, you put it in like it's getting older. It's got tattoos all over it now.
Okay.
So you appreciate it, but when you first get it and you like, I can actually go to other places in the world. I can actually visit. I can get the hell out the United States. I actually can do it. I can actually book a flight tonight and just leave this mother and don't have to look back for 4 days, for 5 days, for 5 weeks, whatever it is. You can actually not only, what I love about having a passport is if you're into nature like we are, National Geographics and Animal Planet and all that, you can see these places for yourself. It's one thing to actually watch it on television. It's another thing to see a country, to see the beauty of Mexico. Like when we went to the beach in Cancun.
It's freezing. The video is freezing.
The video freezing? Okay. Let's see.
Take the mouse.
Take the mouse. Let's see. Yo, it is
because we
crazy.
always end this live stream. Anyway.
Yeah, we're about to come to the end, a conclusion.
Mm.
So that's part one. Let us see. Let's try.
Do you,
no, I clicked on the wrong one.
97.
There we go. And just in case you guys don't know a little bit of trivia about your girl, she just as blind as I am. She just try to play cool with her glasses. She just blind as I am. So okay, there we go.
Okay. So we almost ending this live stream.
Okay. Let's finish off these last few comments.
So Cali is better than Medellin, Bogotá, Cartagena, Barranquilla.
It depends on what you're looking for.
Yeah, it depends. If you want a big major city, Bogotá. If you can stand the heat, Bogotá. And Medellin, of course. But if you want to live close to the coast, Cartagena or Barranquilla. So it depends what you want.
Yeah. Cartagena is a lot more, it's probably one of the more expensive ones. Cartagena
is more expensive than Medellin. Mm-hmm. When it comes to cost of living, in Bogotá is expensive too, when it comes to cost of living.
Yeah, I was talking to a subscriber today, and he's looking to move to Barranquilla, and he's like, every place that he finds is a little bit more expensive. He said, but if he already knows if he goes to Cartagena, it's going to be really expensive.
Cartagena is expensive. It's Cartagena. We found out this when we went in Cartagena this January. Mm-hmm. Well, how much have we spent in Cartagena is the same money that you spend in Mexico. So Cartagena is really expensive.
We did. We had a great time, but you're right. We did spend some money in Cartagena.
Which city is safer? I think no city in Colombia is safer.
It's all the same.
But in our case, we never have been robbed. We never have been a victim or something. Never. Just don't give papaya, because you can be robbed in Medellin, you can be robbed in Cartagena, in the Watchtower, you can be robbed like Timothy in Barranquilla, in any city. So just don't give papaya, and trying to be in a really good zone. Depends on the city that you planning to live.
Leave all your fancy stuff at home.
Yes, sir.
Your gold chains,
yes, sir.
Your fancy watches. Leave all that stuff.
Yeah, don't eat papaya. Even in El Poblado, Medellin, the most luxury area in Medellin is El Poblado, where the richer people live over there. And that's so funny that have been robbed over there.
Yeah.
So don't eat papaya.
Yeah. And don't give papaya is a
no es papaya.
Yeah, don't give papaya. And so and what it is it's a fruit.
No, we don't have papaya.
Wait a minute.
No, we don't have papayas.
Okay, cool.
No.
Usually we like 90% of the time we usually have papayas here because we eat a lot of fruit salads. I'm about to make one after we get done with the live stream. And so papaya is a fruit that once you open it, you have to eat it. It'll go bad. It's like an apple. It ages that fast, like an apple. So you open a papaya, unless you're going to take half of it and wrap it in Reynolds wrap and aluminum foil and put it in the refrigerator. That's one thing. But on a regular basis, if you're out and about, once you open a papaya, you have to eat it. Don't give papaya means if you open yourself to a situation, they gotta get you. I gotta rob this fool. He walking around with gold chains and the brand new $500 pair of Jordans that just came out. You got to come out of that, son. You know, at the end of the day, don't give papaya means don't open yourself to situations that they got to get you now. They can't help you. So dumb and so green. They got to rob you. Mm-hmm. They got to. In other words, with a papaya, you got to eat it once it's open.
It's the same with women. Like a woman needs you did it with a girl, right? And you know that if you are gonna give you a cocktail or a run or a shot or something, you know that she's going to open her legs. I mean, no all, but yeah, some women, you know that.
You
So
know,
that why she's doing? Oh, is she's giving me
let's
papaya?
give papaya in
She
this
put the
case.
papaya on the table. I
You
will
already
eat that
know,
papaya. That
right?
was saying in Spanish.
If she, she talking about. Well, if I come over, we're not gonna do anything.
We're not gonna do. Let's go. We like in Spanish say we won't do anything that you don't want to. Okay, but
Right.
you already know.
You
Oh,
got
she's giving me
Hennessy.
that papaya.
You give her that Hennessy, all of a sudden she give you papaya. You gotta get her now. You gotta get her now.
Yeah.
She said, I'm ready. That's what give papaya is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, you guys. Thank you for being here. One more chapter of La Crossing Borders.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you for coming to.
What
I'll
the
look at the comments.
What the hell, babe?
I'll
Okay.
read the comments. My bad.
Okay. Yeah. Well, thank you so much, you guys. I hope you guys got amazing week and blessing week. This middle of June.
All right. I'll see you guys on the next episode of Mostly Money. And make sure you subscribe to Andrea Wallace TV
And
as
this
well.
channel too, and Mostly Money too.
Yeah, make sure you guys subscribe, share, share this on your Facebook page.
Yeah, that is hard to take the jewelry off. Everyone keep telling me even do that we can protect you if it's, but it's like being disrespectful because those people are suffering. So I was like, damn, I guess you're right.
Yeah, when you sit back and you see people that can't afford what you can afford, and you're not in the areas of affordability. Now, if you were walking around areas and everybody else can afford what you have, okay, cool. But most of the part in South America, you're around. I mentioned this before we go. I mentioned this in the last live stream we did. Most people don't know this. If you make $32,000 US a year, not to us, $32,000 ain't shit. We already know. But if you make $32,000 a year, do you know that you make more money than 90% of the planet? 90% of the planet. You make more money than, just if you make $32,000. Like I said, we look at $32,000 like that's working at McDonald's money. But at the end of the day, that's why you don't walk around with the chains and this and that. Because in most parts of the world, not just South America, most parts of the world, people can't relate to you and your gold chains anyway. If you think about it, the gold chain thing, that's just an American thing. Even though it came from Africa and other locations, and they may wear it for celebration. But most people in Africa, in all the countries of Africa, you don't see photos of them walking around with gold chains and big links. And that's American. That's a westernized American. You don't see that in Mexico. You don't see it in Canada. You don't see brothers and sisters, even in Europe for the most part, walking around gold, unless they try to act like the United States. That's a United States thing. So when people ask us, take off your chain, basically they're saying, realize the rest of the world is not the United States once you use your passport. So realize, embrace what the rest of the world is by letting go of some of the things that you're accustomed to that only takes place in the United States. Those gold chains are the only thing, we're probably the only country that I can think of right now that, you're wearing a gold chain and it's thick and your diamond chain. No other country's doing that. No other country does that.
Or you wear them, but you hide them.
Right. And you're right. If you do wear them, you tuck in that chain. My platoon sergeant once told me, by you living in the U.S. makes you 3/4 richer than the rest of the world. Absolutely correct. And my dad's Nigerian. He laughs at jury thing men do in America. Correct.
Yeah.
Most of the world's not walking around with chains around their necks, and if they do, it's because they saw it on an American movie or American television show, or they think that that's part of the hip hop culture. And they want to be a part of the hip hop culture, so they imitate what we project as Americans. But as far as the foundation of it, that's us. That's us. That's us walking around looking like Mr. T, looking like Busta Rhymes, looking like
Buster.
right with all the chains, or looking like Slick Rick with all the chains. Nothing wrong with it, but just remember, a lot of things that you would do and feel comfortable with in the States, most of the world can't even relate to that.
Mm-hmm.
They can't even relate to you walking around with all those chains. And a lot of times women in Colombia, they're looking at you like you crazy, like, okay, he's a sucker, so let's get him as a papaya.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, you guys. Thank you for being here. Having a good night and a good week.
All right.
We'll
My
see you
name
in
is
the next.
Andre.
We'll see you in the next chapter.
My name is Andre.
My name is Sandra.
And we are
Love Crossing Borders.
All right, guys. We'll see you next Friday. Drink in hand.